Good morning, everybody, or whenever you are taking this class. Let me just get us set up here. All right, hope everyone had a wonderful weekend, long weekend. My name's Shayna. If you haven't taken a class with me before, sorry. Just for the next 45 minutes to an hour, be sure to take that time for yourself. Try to turn the phone off, put the worries, thoughts, to-dos at the door and just focus on yourself for the time being. But when you're ready, you can start to make your way to your mat. Find a nice, comfy, seated position. Feel free to prop your hips up on a block, bolster blanket. Knees a little lower than the hips. Sit the spine up nice and tall. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. Try to even out your breath. Your inhales lasting 7 seconds. Exhales out lasting 7 seconds. Follow and inhale, sit the spine up a little taller. And then use your exhale nice and slow. Drop that right ear towards the right shoulder. So opening up that whole left side of the neck here, maybe stick that left arm out to the side. Fingertips face the floor. And then start to move with your breath. Use an inhale, tilt the chin up towards the ceiling. Exhale, tilt the chin down towards the floor. Inhale up. Exhale down. Take a few more, move with the breath. Roll the chin back through center. Inhale, sit the spine up nice and tall. Exhale, drop left ear, left shoulder. Good, open up that right side. Maybe stick that right arm out to the side. Fingertips face the floor here. And then move with the breath. Inhale, tilt the chin up. Exhale, tilt down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Take a few more rounds, move with the breath. Good, chin rolls back through center. Sit up nice and tall, and we'll take a nice clearing breath to start. So slight little tuck of the chin. Big deep inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Good. Bring a little awareness back, open up the eyes, and then use an inhale, reach both arms overhead. Big stretched fingertips reach up towards the ceiling. Maybe interlace the hands, push the ceiling away, and just take some little movements from side to side. And then come back up through center. Drop the hands down to the knees. If you are sitting on a block or bolster, just remove that so our hips are on our mat. And then use an inhale, rock the pelvis forward, open up the chest, tilt the chin up towards the ceiling. Exhale, rock back around the spine, tuck the chin, press back. Inhale, roll forward, look up. Exhale, press back around. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale. Good. Exhale, just come back to your neutral spine, nice and tall. We're going to take a little seated twist here. So on an inhale, both arms reach up. Exhale, nice and gently, just come over to this right side. So that left hand to the right knee, right hand behind the low back. And then use an inhale. Make sure your spine is nice and tall. Fill the chest. Exhale, twist back. Gaze comes over this right shoulder. Inhale, come back through center, reach up. Exhale, side two. Right hand to left knee, left hand behind the back. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, twist back. Inhale, reach up through center. Good. Exhale, release. Plant the hands out in front of you. Crawl yourself up into tabletop. Having our wrists right under our shoulders, knees right under the hips. Take those same movements of the spine. So use an inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, around the spine, tuck the chin in towards the chest. Really press through the hands. Inhale, roll forward, lift the chin. Exhale, press back. Take a few more rounds. Move with the breath. And make your way back to your neutral spine. Take the knees out wide. Move the big toes in close. And then sit the hips back over the heels. Find child's pose. Let the chest, chin, or forehead sink towards the floor. And just take a few breaths here, checking in with the body. If there's any soreness, tightness, any injuries you're working around. See how you feel mentally. And then opening up a little more side body here. Start to walk both hands over towards that right edge of your mat. Cross that left wrist on top. And then walk the hands back through center. Take them over to that left side, right wrist on top. Use an inhale, come back through center. And then nice and slow, crawl yourself back up to tabletop. From here, we're going to tuck our toes under, engage the core. So we're not drooping, we're not rounding, nice, strong, straight back. Fingers wide. On an inhale, you're going to tuck the toes, lift the knees off your mat. Keep breathing. And then use an exhale, drop the knees back down. Warming up the wrists a little more here. We're going to inhale, start to do some wrist push-ups. So both wrists come up on an inhale. Weight comes into the index, middle finger pad of your palm. And then we exhale, drop down. Inhale up. Exhale down. 3 more. Good, come back to your tabletop on an exhale. Tuck the toes if they're not. Inhale, knees lift, 5 breaths. Exhale, drop, 5 breaths. Inhale, wrists up. Exhale, down. Inhale up. Exhale. 3 more, move with your breath. Good. Come back through center, tuck the toes, press back into your downward facing dog. Feet hip width apart, fingers nice and wide. Slight little tuck of the chin, maybe a slight little bend in the knees. Take any little movements that feel good here. And then use an inhale, bring the gaze forward. Teeny tiny steps with the feet. Start to walk yourself up into a forward fold. Torso nice and heavy. Again, a little bend in the knees here. And then use an inhale, press into the shins, lift halfway, chin forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, press into the shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press, lift the chin. Exhale, fold. Inhale, nice and slow. Rise all the way up. Once you're at the top, both arms reach overhead, look up. Exhale, release the arms to your sides. Good. Swing one foot back on your mat here. Come into a nice wide-legged stance. You're gonna have your toes slightly inward, your heels slightly out. Take a big inhale, reach the fingertips apart. Exhale, big forward fold. Hands come to the floor. Your legs, you can grab opposite elbows. A little bend in the knees, let the torso be heavy. Good. Hands come back up to the hips on an exhale. Inhale, rise all the way back up. One more fold here. This one, we're going to either interlace the hands behind the back like so. If this bothers your shoulders, you can always just grab opposite elbows. Use an inhale, drive the hands towards the floor, lift the chin up towards the ceiling. Exhale here, forward fold. Let the hands fall away from the hips. And then nice slow inhale. Rise all the way back up to stand. Okay. One more nice little hamstring stretch here. We're going to point our right toes towards that short edge of your mat. That left leg, left foot stays at the angle it's at. We're going to shift that left hip back in space, arms out to a T. Inhale, reach the right hand forward. Exhale, drop the right hand down, gaze up towards the left, Utkatasana. Beautiful. Body in one plane. Inhale, rise up. And then left toes point forward, right hip shifts back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, drop down, gaze up. Nice. Inhale, float up. Open up to the side once more. And then step both feet back to the top of your mat. Feet together, arms at your side. We're going to take some sun salutations. Inhale, arms reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back, high plank. Pause here. Let's check in. Wrists right under the shoulders, fingers wide. Back nice and strong, core engaged. Inhale. Exhale, drop the knees, chest, chin down to the floor. Tops of the feet press down, hands press down. Inhale. Peel the chest, shoulders back, lift the chin, cobra. Exhale, bow the forehead, tuck the toes, press back, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. In and out the nose. Inhale, look forward. Step or jump the feet up. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Arms reach up. Exhale, release arms to your side. 2 more times through. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank. Follow that same exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, press back, down dog. 5 breaths. Inhale, forward. Step or jump the feet up, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms reach overhead, look up. Exhale, release, arms to your sides. Inhale up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the feet back, lower. Inhale, cobra, lift the chin. Exhale, bow the forehead, tuck the toes, press back. Downward facing dog. 5. Use an inhale, look forward. Step or jump the feet up, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, release, arms to your sides. Okay, we're gonna come into some single leg bouncing. See if you can see me. Sweet. All right, we're going to ground down in this right leg to start. So add a little bend, start to ground down through those 5 toes. You're going to take this right leg up. Option 1, grab the shin, hug the knee in towards the chest. Option 2, grab the big toe. Left hand squeezes the left hip. 5 breaths here. After 5, we open up, right leg swings to the right side, gaze comes over the left shoulder. Inhale, come back through center. You're going to stay standing on this left leg. Point the right toes. Float the foot for 5 breaths. Try to imagine a string pulling this leg up towards the ceiling, nice and active. 3. Exhale, release. Shake out the legs. And then gear up for side to ground down into the right leg. Left shin comes up. 5 breaths. Left foot swings to that left side. Gaze comes over the right shoulder. Two more breaths. Good, come back through center. You know the deal, float the foot. 5 breaths, point those toes. Lift, lift, lift. And exhale, release, shake out those legs. We've got one more set of balancing exercises. We're going to ground back down into that left foot. Take the arms out to a T. Bend a little deeper into this left knee. Take this right thigh up. Cross it over that left thigh. 1 cross. If you can get 2, your toes will poke out behind your calf. Good, use an exhale. Arms come through center. Right elbow under the left. Keep those elbows high, shoulder height. Keep them lifted, good. I'll show you from the side. Option 1, keep holding here. If I add a little challenge, use an exhale. Crunch elbows to knees. And then inhale back out. Exhale, crunch. Inhale out. Good, 1 more breath. And then nice and slow, come up, unravel. Shake the arms out, shake the legs out. We'll gear up for side 2. Inhale, arms out to a T. Little bend comes into the knees, cross that left thigh over the right. Inhale. Exhale, arms through center, left elbow on the bottom, elbows lift. Nice and slow, unravel. Good, shake everything out. Feet come to the top of your mat. On an inhale here, we're going to sit back into Utkatasana. So hips come back, knees bend, arms reach overhead. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Tuck the tailbone, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half and lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, plank. Lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, press back, down dog. Good, catch your breath here. And then use your next inhale. Take this right leg up towards the ceiling. 3-legged dog. Equal weight presses between the hands. And then exhale, glide it forward, drop that back knee down. Low lunge. Option 1 here, if this bothers your knees, you can always come into a 90-degree lunge. Want to get a little deeper into this left side. That's where we will either scooch that left knee back or the right foot forward. You can keep the hands grounded to the floor. You can come up to the hips or press into this front thigh. Maybe add in a little back bend to reach the arms up. Wherever you decide to be, just stay there for the next 5 breaths. And then we're gonna use an exhale. Shift our weight back into this left side. Right leg straightens, bow the forehead towards that right shin. And then moving with the breath. 3 rounds. Inhale, come forward, lift the chin. Exhale, press back, bow the forehead towards the shin. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Good. One more. And then pause as you come back up into the lunge. Heel toe this right foot wide. Bring both hands into the inside of that right foot. Nice little lizard pose. Optional, tuck the back toes, bring the knee up, and then just start to draw some circles with that right hip. Come back through center. Press it into the hands. Bring that right foot back, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Good. Use your next inhale, left foot comes up, 3-legged dog. Reach that foot up towards the ceiling. Equal weight in the hands. Good, and then nice and slow, slide that left foot forward. Drop it down, drop that back knee down. Find this low lunge on the second side. Totally fine if it looks different than the first. We'll take 5 breaths. Hands to the floor. Hands to the hips or thigh. Good, and then start moving with the breath. Exhale, shift your weight back, bow the forehead. Inhale, come forward, lift the chin. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Take 2 more. And then make your way back up into a low lunge. Heel toe that left foot wide. Bring both hands into that inside of the left foot. And then optional moving lizard. Lift the back knee. Start to draw some circles with that left hip. And then come back through center. The left foot steps back, plank. And then on your exhale here, just lower all the way down to the belly. Bring a cheek to the floor. Arms at your sides. Let everything go. And if you're resting a cheek, just switch sides. Bring the chin back through center, walk the hands back under the shoulders. Inhale, peel the chest, lift the chin, cobra. Exhale, bow the forehead, tuck the toes under, press back, down dog. We're gonna come into half pigeon next. So if you know your knees or hips don't love half pigeon, feel free to take figure 4 or really any other hip stretch in general that your body likes. If you do like half pigeon, you're gonna use an inhale, slide that right knee forward. So dropping that right knee down in between the hands, that shin comes down, whatever angle honestly feels best. Left leg nice and long. Feel free to stick a blanket under this right hip, keep them a little bit more level. Take a few breaths, tall spine. And then if you'd like to, add in a little forward fold. Start to come down, forearms, maybe rest the forehead. And just close the eyes here, really focus on sending your breath to your hips. Nice and slow, start to come back up, tall spine. Press through the hands, tuck the back toe, step back, down dog. Use your next inhale, left knee comes forward, right leg goes nice and long. Again, stick a prop under that left hip if this doesn't feel comfortable for you. Take a few breaths, nice and tall, and then start to lower down, forearms or forehead. Start to walk the hands back under the shoulders, press back up, tall spine. Tuck the back toes, press into the hands, shift back, down dog. And then use an inhale, gaze forward, step or jump the feet up into a seated position. We're going to take a few breaths, 2 rounds, 5 breaths in Navasana or boat pose. So for Navasana, you're going to want to find your sit bones. Get the spine up nice and tall. And then you're going to bring the legs up. Feel free to bend them, feel free to straighten them. Arms can come to your sides. You can grab your thighs or the floor. 5 breaths here. Try to keep the spine nice and tall, chest nice and proud. After 5, we're going to release, cross the feet, plant the hands right outside the hips, and try to take a little lift up. Exhale, come back down, 5 more breaths. Good. And then a release, lift up. And then bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall wide to the sides. Grab a hold of the feet. Sit the spine up nice and tall. Utkatasana. Feel free to stay here. Slight little tuck of the chin or add in a forward fold, hinging from the hips. Spine stays nice and strong. And then once you feel that nice little stretch in the hips, feel free to round the spine, bow the forehead towards the floor, maybe rest it on a block, bolster. And take 5 more breaths. Nice and slow, rise back up. And then take the hands right behind the low back, fingertips face the feet, and bring the feet to the outside edges of your mat. Just windshield wiper the knees side to side. And then make your way back through center. Feet walk back to hip width, arms scoop around the legs. And then use an exhale, nice and slow. Start to lower all the way down to your back. Once you're there, hug the knees into the chest. And then taking some spinal twist. Drop the arms to the floor. Knees come right over the hips. Inhale here. Exhale, drop both knees down to the right side. Bring the gaze over your left shoulder. Use an inhale, draw the knees back up through center. And exhale, drop it down to that left side. Gaze comes over the right shoulder. Use your next inhale. Bring both knees back up through center. Give a final big hug into the chest. And taking any final posture, pose, etc. When you're ready, you can start to make your way out into Shavasana. Extend the legs out nice and long. Let the feet fall to the sides. Start to do a little body scan, relaxing the feet, ankles. Soften your calves and your knees. Relax your thighs and your hips. Soften the belly, chest, and shoulders. Elbows, wrists, and fingers. Soften the jaw. Tiny muscles of the face. And just allow yourself to be nice and still for the next few minutes. You can start to bring some awareness back. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Shake the head side to side. And then moving nice and slow, just roll onto one side. Pause here for a few breaths, little side sleeping position. And then continue to move nice and slow. Start to make your way back up to a seated position. Hands together in front of the heart, close the eyes. And close out with another clearing breath. Big, deep inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Thank you for coming out, taking some time for yourself. Hopefully this will carry into the rest of your day. Hope to see you soon.